morning and welcome to your Monday edition of your number one breakfast show television, and that is Inside Nigeria. Is reaching you on leadership television. My name is Winifred Ugbebo, and we want to apologize for bringing the program behind schedule. It was due to some circumstances beyond our control. After now, and of course, I have with me my Monday guest, Aliu Elias. He's also a political scientist, apart from being a public affairs analyst. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
And thank
having
you
me.
so much for your patience.
Thank you
Thank
for
you as well.
it's okay. Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much. So we are not going to be doing much today considering the time factor on our hands. So we just want to get a snippet of what the papers are saying this Monday, July July 11, 20, July 10th, sorry, 2023. And of course, we like to flag up with Nigeria's most influential newspaper, Leadership. Leadership says NAS committees Akpabio Abbas under fire for conceding 50% chairs to opposition. NAS committees Akpabio Abbas under fire for conceding 50% chairs to opposition. DC before June 13 NAS election. All parliament-friendly bodies to be upgraded to committee level. Because we have above data indication forest inflow rises by 28% to $1.41 billion. NACO to sanction state boards over pregnant victims. 20 die in Lagos Badagry road crash. Flood Katsina government to demolish buildings on waterways. Above the masthead of leadership, we have Tinubu emerges ECOWAS chairman. Required to chair leadership NDLEA conference on drug abuse. From that, we just quickly move over to the next paper, and that is Blueprint. Blueprint says Tinubu now ECOWAS chair, seeks regional security, private sector-led economic growth, wants body to rise against coup d'etat. Senate may receive ministerial nominees this week. Misconduct PSC dismisses 3 senior police officers, reduces CP's rank. And of course, the Guardian will have 5 ex-governors, that is ministerial list. 5 ex-governors, technocrats lead Tinubu's 42-man cabinet. Ministerial list. 5 ex-governors, technocrats lead Tinubu's 42-man cabinet. So it's on page 6 of the Guardian. We have Tinubu and Meji's ECOWAS chairman commits to democracy in sub-region. ECA hired to destabilize Southeast frustrates Kanu's release to enrich self, says Ohaneze. Terrorists kill 231 persons in Mangu Council. And of course, Dangote congratulates the Guardian publisher of 40th anniversary. From that, we move over to Daily Sun. Daily Sun says article his Tinubu had says current APC government wants need poverty, warns president supporters not to disrupt tribunal's proceedings. Economy already bad before his coming, say Man Machima orders. Plateau governor imposes curfew as government kill 9, raises houses and community. World Bank loan threatens $500 million investment of local meter manufacturers. Tinubu emerges new ECOWAS chairman, harps on regional security. 14 died, 19 injured in Lagos auto crash. Ohanese governor OT I10 people mourn Iruku. We have Seychelles bans Nigerian passport holders from tourism. Anglican primate urges support for federal government's economic reforms. And of course, just beside the Daily Sun, we have account for $5 billion Abacha loot, court orders Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan Buhari government. And of course, the Punch newspaper says ministerial appointment, National Assembly awaits nominees as Tinubu sends list to DSS, EFCC orders. Ministerial appointment, National Assembly as Tinubu sends list to DSS, EFCC orders. Head of service will reshuffle secretaries ahead of minister's arrival. Orders Tuesday. Secretary Rice Gajabia Mila Akume, security chiefs, orders on redeployment. Presidency, I worked against Atiku, says Fayose. Adamu and NWC members on coalition course over APC account audit. NDLEA arrests Delta church workers, seizes drugs in states. And of course, above the masthead of the punch, we have cost of living. More Nigerians may join Japa trade as hardship worsens. Subsidy removal, rising inflation threatening livelihoods. 9 million pushed into poverty. It's on page 2 of the punch newspaper. Tinubu emerges ECOWAS chair, rallies members against coup. Federal government to shut online banks harassing customers. Engineers decomposing corpse found in Abuja apartment. Government imposes curfew as gunmen kill 12 in Plateau attack. And mostly we have this day. This day says Tinubu elected ECOWAS chairman 41 days after swearing in as president. Moves against coup, terrorism, says threat to regional peace at alarming proportions. 6 private sector led economic growth in sub-region. Buhari Nasima greets president as new chair of union. Otudeku-led Honeywell says investment in First Bank to create value for shareholders. And above that, we have capital importation rose to $1.13 billion in first quarter. Obaseki's case 75-year hurdle as preferred bidder. Malta NG Africa emerges for Benin Port project underway as construction set to kick off. And that is all we can take on newspaper headlines today. And of course, back to my in-house, my analyst, public affairs analyst, and also political analyst, Elias. So, what story are you looking at today that has made an impression?
Well, the first thing is to congratulate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for emerging as ECOWAS chairman. It's a plus for him because he's just coming in.
Yes,
And
41
just
days
41 days he emerged as the ECOWAS chairman. It's another opportunity for him to only not make Nigerian proud, but to also carry West Africa along. As you know that if anything happens positively in Nigeria, it will definitely trickle down to other parts of West Africa. So we congratulate him and let him not also allow that to weigh him down to perform well at home, because we want him to use his magic wand to change the narrative of Nigerians. So apart from also that, it will also be of a good interest to discuss National Assembly submission of names, ministerial list. I'm not sure it has got to them. I think it's still with DSS and
yes, it's as Tinubu sends list to DSS.
My only worry is that seeing that number 40, according to Guardian, say 42 months cabinet. We expect yes, we expect the federal government to reduce the cabinet to at least 30 at this point. And because if you look at it critically, Nigerians are sacrificing a lot. We also want to see government look at Ruto of Kenya is applying to reduce 15% of the executive and legislature pay. But here we are trying the size of the cabinet. So if he can because remember, each minister will also have its DG. There will be DG under them.
They will have essays, they also have their retinue.
Yes, so I think it's always okay to have one minister for one
although
ministry.
the constitution says each minister should represent each state. That means we are talking about 36.
37. Let's even say, let's consider but they used to, I think what they actually did was that maybe they give one to political zone, which would be 6, right? Plus 37 or 36 rather. That gives us that still gives us 42. Maybe that's what you want to do. Because if you look at it now, if we consider that constitution,
that's 36.
That's 36 plus
FCT
plus 6, which is each geopolitical zone. Okay. They say once one minister represents one geopolitical zone, apart from the normal state. So that's 6 plus 36, that's still 42. So in that case,
it all has a retinue of 8 special advisors. Now, given the outcry that what Nigeria is presently grappling with in terms of economic realities, one would have expected that at least it will help to the voice of Nigerians and make his cabinet a lean one.
You can even reduce his own. If constitution say bring 42, you can reduce your FC.
That's what everybody said.
There
have been editorials since last week that instead of calling on Nigerians to tighten their attitude, why don't you also
start it from your own.
So with us having 42-man cabinet, I mean, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. Still the business as usual, and that means they will still expend the way they expend on them. And it's very, very clear at this point in time that as much as Nigerians are sacrificing, the federal government should also put up their thinking cap and reduce wastages in governance. Very, very important, because if you're having 22 SSA and all those things, you can still reduce them. Because if you look at some SSA from the list I saw, you see 3 people still managing a particular area. So we want to look at this, how they can combine those works and do it. It's possible, it's doable. So if a minister can also oversee a big ministry, and SSA can also join, they can also bring 2 activities together for the SSA to win. And also we're seeing new things from Tinubu government. We have special advisor on monetary policy. We hardly have that.
We didn't have that.
So when you say monetary policy, you are singled out monetary policy. What about other fiscal policy and other things? Should have been special advisor on economics matter. I think that would have covered a whole lot of things.
Okay. No, thank you so much. There was a trending story yesterday that a court said they passed the administration of Basunjo, late Yaradua, Jonathan, apparently to account for about $5 billion of Abacha's loot.
I think it's quite instructive. If you recall, even those organizations that are giving us the Abacha's loot, they are always expecting us to make projects.
Yes.
So now the thing will now take it. They will not decide to share it within the states. It brings a lot of money. So I think probity is always very key. If you don't prove all these incomes, you also give room for the incoming administration to also misuse income. So such loans should be used to fix a kind of project that all Nigerians will benefit from, not to be shared on recurrent. So I think there should be a law that would say any recovery of loan embezzlement should be tied to capital project. Maybe for that environment that the person embezzled the money, or what will benefit the generality of the country. I think that's what we should look at this point in time. It should be always project tied income. But I recall vividly that most time, even those people that are giving us the Abacha, they are always saying propose to collect it, propose a project they are going to fix. But by the time they propose, by the time they release it, Nigerian government will now find way to apply again and said that we have other challenging problems.
It's usually reluted. Now we also have talking about loot and loot recovery. We also have same of Ibori. Whatever happened to Ibori's loot? Remember at the time the UK government said they were going to return the loot, and that was what caused the rumblings between the state governor and the federal government. Why the state was like, no, they should return, since it was the state resources that was looted.
Do we even know the end of that story?
That is why I'm asking.
Well, the fact just remains that I'm of the opinion that anywhere someone loots
so we are not
money
really
from,
seeing the end of it.
anywhere somebody loots money from, the money should be channeled back to that place for a capital project. However, it was Malami. It was this.
I think it was during the Uduaghan's tenure then as well.
What I'm saying is, it was during Buhari administration that loot. They said they actually said they should apply.
That means it was Okowa.
Yes. So they said Okowa was canvassing that it should come to them. But what we were saying is that maybe I should look into. I will do research on that again. Has the money been released? Who actually received the money, and where is the money?
But personally, I was actually returned to the federal government, in the sense that when the EFCC was carrying out investigation, this and said that no, nothing like that. Remember when they even wanted to make arrests at his village, and the youth came up to defy EFCC officials, in the sense that they were defending him. So why would now?
Yes, I know. The name Ibori happens to be their godfather even until now. Who says this? Nobody has become governor without his own approval. So they are trying to shade him.
He fell apart with
no, that's not true. They are trying to shade him so that government will not come for him. However, this is much more constitutional. We should go beyond looking at individual because
but the state as a whole said no.
No. When you say the state, Okowa is not the governor now. It is even possible under some very soon. It's possible that another party will still take. So we should stand by a standard, not looking at the posture of the present governor. So I think it is it is better that when you look for a particular place, the loot should be taken back to that place to invest, so that people will now see that this man have taken us. It will even affect his own political history in that place. It's clear that Ibori was an ex-convict. There is nothing they can do to that. It has been tried and it has served its due.
No, just before we go, just one question. Now we're still talking about Tinubu's much expected cabinet and ministerial cabinet. So what are we expecting? Are you of the opinion that ex-governors should be on the list, or the fact that ex-governors, some of these ex-governors have not really made a hit in their states where they are coming from? They ruled that there was nothing special they did in their various states. So now to be ministers, what do you say?
When you say ex-governor, I think we should not look at it that because they have occupied a post. If they have relevancy, let's take Fayemi for instance. Fayemi always perform anywhere he belongs to. So if you now bring in Fayemi, I wouldn't say no, but really perform.
But because look at the guidance that they did in their state. What they actually made.
Fayemi was a minister of
solid minerals,
and I must tell you that during his period, he made a very frantic effort to revive the Ajaokuta, and I think the person who succeeded, they maybe not follow his trajectory. And as a governor, sometimes it's not what we can easily see. If you look at their states, they are well educated in that. I think it's the most educated.
Professors.
The least poverty state also. So if you look at those things, you see that they have done what they can do. Then beyond that, this is politics, and they must take from their political party. So it's much more game of compensation. If you look at the guidance, said technocrats, and that's why I want to say. So if you have technocrats taking about 65% of our minister, I think that will be fine. And there isn't 35% to compensate your people. If I thought it's still not a good one, but at least those technocrats can come and do something better. And I also advise President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he should also look at what Obasanjo did during his time. Obasanjo later realized that he needed a professional. And that's why second time he now brings
people. Actually is the best on that.
Yes, I'm saying that. So you bring professionals and
young people.
Professionals that really turn around. Remember, but it is also during the second term. So when they bring Rufai, it's a question, Okonjo, all of them, and they perform very well. So if I'm to tell Tinubu, for you to succeed, Tinubu, you must bring technocrats that can perform and can save Nigeria from the quagmire that we are experiencing now. Very, very key.
All right, thank you so much. That's a takeaway on today's program. And viewers, tomorrow is still another day. I also want to apologize once again for bringing you the program behind schedule. Tomorrow we'll be here front and about to go about daily news of tomorrow. Until I come your way again, this bye-bye from me. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word. Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.